good. What's going on, everyone? What are you laughing at back there?
A little louder, buddy.
Huh? What's going on, everyone? Champions League live with the boys. We'll be chatting about quarterfinals, Champions League, quarterfinals, Europa League, probably not Conference League, but I'm here with the boys. Usual suspects on the couch.
Yeah.
There they are. There they are. And then the usual, we got the boys, cleanup crew out here. Big chillin' Dave, the Bayern fan. Just fixed my hair.
Insane, bro.
But yeah, we're another round done in the European competitions. I mean, everyone's probably pretty fired up. Just me. That's awkward.
Barely.
But yeah, we're here. Starting off with Tuesday's games. Some big games. A lot of goals.
Start with Dortmund because I feel like the Barcelona's going to take a long.
Yeah, they're going to get bratty. Yeah, we won.
Liverpool absolutely wasted.
We did it, man. Liverpool wasted, but we had a feeling that was going to happen. But we'll get into that Europa League chat a little bit later. But yeah, crazy game. It had my heart going all over the place. It was definitely a roller coaster of a game. I thought 2-0, we got it, and then 2-2, oh no. And then at one point we were out, and then we were tied, and then we won. But yeah, great performance from the lads. They showed a lot of resilience in this one. Huge game from Sabitzer.
Yeah.
Massive performance. Didn't get man of the match. Crazy. I don't pick him, but
man of the match.
Badant got man of the match, which I get. He had a great game as well. Scored a goal, was definitely big link up player, a lot of energy. And you know what? He was behind a lot of the goals. Like he played in that pass to Sabitzer. He played in a lot of those passes in the game as well. So yeah, overall fired up, man. Who wouldn't be? Champions League semifinals, first time since 2013.
Damn.
Right, in the semis, right? So let's run it back. Wembley, be there, be square. Dortmund versus Bayern.
Yeah, I would say that this Dortmund game was probably better than the Barca game. Barca lost 4-1. Yeah, we all know that.
Yeah.
But this Dortmund game was literally back and forth.
It was good. It was back and forth. Atletico, not for anything. Y'all scored 4 garbage-ass goals. We gifted you 3 goals and then Correa goal. Good finish, to be fair, but dude, it was a triple rebound. It was pretty fluky, but a great finish from him, to be fair.
There's no such thing as luck.
But, at the end of the day, both teams were resilient. Both teams fought back. Anytime a team went down, they said, you know what, we can come back, right? Atletico went down, they came back. Dortmund went down, came back. And then, the better team won, obviously, in the tie. We're back. Dortmund are back. Feeling good.
So now you guys go on to play.
Feeling good.
PSG.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you know what? No,
You're not scared.
dude, we played them in the group stage.
Would you have been more scared of Barca
Oh, absolutely not.
than PSG?
Yeah.
Bro,
Dude,
PSG did nothing.
At the end of the day, dude,
PSG
you're
did
not
nothing,
scared.
man.
You're not scared of PSG as a team. You're scared of Mbappe,
He did nothing.
right? Because at the end of the day, he's a player that can win a tie on his own. Barca, I don't know if they necessarily have that player that can win a tie on their own.
They have a player that could lose the tie on his own.
Yeah, Araujo, but
Yeah, Loki.
Lewandowski, he on his day, he could kind of be a player to kind of clinch it. But at the end of the day, I think with Lewandowski, you don't know what you're gonna get. And Mbappe, for the most part, he's always on it. You know what I mean? Other than that first game against Barca, but he's always on it. So I'm definitely more fearful of PSG. But you know what? We showed in the group stage that we can handle them, right? First game, obviously, we played kind of skeef. We got slapped up, but second game we showed that we can take them. And I think this is a different side than what we saw kind of earlier on in the season, especially in the Champions League. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great tie. We got the home leg first. Honestly, I may have preferred the home leg second.
Yeah.
To be honest,
It's always better.
I don't know how do they decide that? Is it just random?
I don't know, to be honest.
Whoever did better in the group.
But they
That
did.
doesn't make sense because Dortmund did. That's why I was kind of confused.
Maybe that's why they get it second.
I assumed that we were going to be second home because we finished first in the group.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like the what's the word? What's the word? Like the advantage is having the game second at your home.
It is.
That's what I'm saying.
Because if it
Oh,
goes
you guys
extra
are not
time-
first? I thought you guys said your game's first.
Our home game's first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the second game is PSG at home.
Yeah, but why?
I think that's more of an advantage.
Yeah, but why do they get the
I
advantage?
feel like
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like they look at it.
Because you guys finished ahead of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like they
Yeah,
look
then
at it,
100%.
go
Yeah, I
at,
agree,
like
I agree.
play at home first, try to get that advantage, and then go into your away game with that advantage. I feel like that's what they see as the advantage.
Oh, I don't see that as
I
an
suppose.
advantage.
I don't think that's the right way. I think the better team should be the second team, but I
Yeah.
think that's how they see it.
Yeah. Well, either way, you know what? The ties are set. Looking forward to it. You know, obviously, fingers crossed, no injuries between now and then. But yeah, man, should be a good time.
Yeah. Luciano's saying tougher Klopp and his squad. We'll get to that later on.
Yeah.
Dortmund Atletico was one for the ages. Elated for Marcel.
This whole quarterfinal matchups was one for the ages.
I know this is
Yeah,
one of
dude.
the best quarterfinals I've
In a
seen in a
while.
while.
No, to really highlight the game though, Diego Simeone and Atletico Madrid are finished. Their window
No,
is
they're not.
closed. Football has ebbs and flows, peaks and valleys, and Atletico Madrid in the valley of the dead. Their window is done. I don't think they're coming back from this.
We say this every year, and he comes back.
I don't say this every year.
Yes, we do. We say this-
You're saying we.
we
Speak for
could,
yourself.
we could definitely go back and see film. We all had points where we said Simeone out. I feel like it was me and Dan at one point that were the only people that said Simeone should stay because there was nothing better. But
Wait a minute. Who said anything about Simeone out? I didn't say that.
I know, but you said
I said their window is done.
Their
at
window is
top
not done.
Level
No,
competing for
no,
Champions League
no.
semifinals, finals.
no. But why is it done? Why?
Because their
'Cause-
players are aging.
So
They can't last forever.
their players were aging when they made the finals.
Who's
then,
next?
and-
Who's
and they're
next
still-
up at
and they're still
Atletico
up.
though? Who's next up at
Who knows?
Atletico?
Who
They don't have
knows?
money to buy players either.
Yes, they do.
No,
They don't spend money.
No,
They spend
they've
a lot of
they
money.
no they've done well. They've done well with buying some younger players, man. They have Riquelme, they have Barrios, they have the Belgian kid Vermeeren they bought.
Yeah.
No one saw that coming. That was a very random transfer. Every club was after him, but Atletico got him, which to be honest I was surprised about. But I kind of agree with Jay. I think Atletico's window lasts for however long Griezmann's playing at a top level.
I don't think.
Because realistically speaking, they don't have an elite level attacker outside of Griezmann.
That's what you think right now until Griezmann's gone, and there comes up another one.
But there's always been an elite
Yes,
striker at
that's
that
what I'm saying.
bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Not this time around.
But right now they don't. Because, dude, if they
What might be
did,
cooking up, bro?
if they did, dude, they would have finished that chance that Morata had.
Yeah, if it was Griezmann
That
and
doesn't
an
mean
elite
that they had
striker.
to have him right now. Griezmann's still good for another 3-4 years.
Yeah, but Griezmann's not a striker. He's the second striker.
He's still considered a forward.
Okay, but look, IMHO, which means in my humble opinion,
Yeah.
I think their window is done.
And I don't. agree with that.
Atletico Madrid failed. 2014 final, didn't win. 2016 final, didn't win. They had so many chances to win that final triumph, the Champions League final, that beloved trophy, and they couldn't do it. And things just end. Cycles end. Storybooks end. Fairy tales end. And Atletico Madrid's fairy tale is done.
Who'd they play in those finals?
Real Madrid.
Exactly.
Could have got the dub both
So wait,
times, though, with ease.
What's
Could
They
have,
were
but
seconds away.
It's
Seconds.
It's Madrid though.
So?
what's considered a fail though?
Not
Why is that
getting the
considered a
dub.
fail?
Not getting the dub.
How?
You don't win, it's a failure.
They were never supposed to make those finals.
Said who?
Atletico's never won.
Who,
a
the
CL.
bookmakers? Vegas?
Atletico's
I
never
watch
won a
football
CL.
with my eyes, not on a stat sheet.
Exactly. So you're looking at it with your eyes instead of your brain, which doesn't tell you that they're supposed to make a final. So them failing in a final doesn't mean they failed.
Agree to disagree. I disagree.
Yeah, I don't know. I think low key, I'm kind of with Jay in this one. I think that style of play nowadays can only get you so far, right? Like, they didn't show me much in this tie. Like, to be honest, like, we were there for the taking. Like, first game, they should have put us to bed first half. The way we came out first half, the tie could have been done. But Atletico were scared. They scored the 2 goals. They got 2 lucky goals, and they sat back. At the end of the nowadays, you can't sit back in modern football. The game moves way too fast. Teams score goals way too quickly. And if you sit back now, which is Simeone's kind of trademark, you get cooked. And we saw it in this one. As soon as they sat back, dude, that back line couldn't withstand anything. Axel Witsel was out there playing a wide center back role. He looked lost out there. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Witsel. Great guy, great player, but that's not his role. Wide center back? Like, he was getting cooked every time out there. And the backline itself looked brutal. And, dude, if we're talking about, like, falling off, we need to talk about Oblak. Because what happened to that guy? He used to be, like, an elite shot stopper. It was never known for being good with his feet and playing out the back. But, dude, shot stopping, you could count on him. This game, I could already tell. Dortmund's staff said shoot low left every time. Every single goal was bottom left. Every single goal. And you can tell he wasn't comfortable saving shots at that side. Brandt, Matson, and Sabitzer all went bottom left corner. You can tell he just wasn't comfortable diving that way. And he looked shaky out there. And that used to be Atletico's thing, was defend strong. We have a top keeper. Try to break us down. If you break us down, we have Oblak.
Yeah, but do we think maybe
Not anymore.
he's always been weak on that side? It's just no one knew about it. Now people know about it.
No, it's not even about just that side. Like, even in general, he just doesn't have that same
Doesn't have the
aura
anymore.
about him. Like, dude, like, he used to go up against Atletico and used to be fearful because they were physical. They were aggressive.
Like Argentina.
They were a team that would press you and run you into the ground and play aggressively. Like, this game, dude, we ran circles around them. We're not a physical team. You know what I mean? You had Julian Brandt out there running circles around their midfield without any hesitations, right? So I think they kind of lost their aura a little bit, and I think it's time for a little bit of a. You got to change your identity a little bit. I think that kind of, bulldog bruising Atletico Madrid, it's done.
But I don't think they could really change their identity as long as Simeone's at the club.
I think he
Simeone is Atleti.
I know he's Atleti, but I think you can still change the way you play.
But I don't think he will,
To
though.
what though? Like Simeone is not going to change his tactic. Maybe slight changes, but he's not going to change it. They're still going to be a top club. I don't care what you guys say that they're past it. They're not past it.
No,
They'll be a top club for years.
To touch on what you're saying, I've never really been high on Oblak, and I've said that many times. So to see his downfall is not really too much of a shock for me. But in terms of Atletico Madrid at the current state, I think they've built a culture, at least in the Champions League, almost like an inevitability culture, similar to Real Madrid, but not similar in the sense that Atletico is going to do somewhat well in the Champions League, at least for the last 8 years or so. And they probably went into this matchup. It's Dortmund, which is realistically, on paper, out of all the available teams,
The weakest.
the weakest,
Yeah.
the team that all the other teams wanted. So
Yeah.
that's very telling for me, which is why I'm really high on that. Because Atletico Madrid, like I said, they built this inevitability. They're going to do well in the Champions League. They're likely going to make a quarter, a semi, even a final. They made damn near two. Exactly two, in fact. And I don't think that's in the horizon for them ever again. They're done. Atletico Madrid is
Ever.
done.
Ever again. That's crazy. I feel like they'll be in this same situation like by next year. How if they make quarters next year, then what?
Not good enough.
Because it's going to be pretty much the same team. Maybe
How's that not good
signing
enough?
or-
What's expected then of them?
Semis.
I don't think a lot of
No,
people are
that's-
expecting that, bro.
They made a lot of Champions League semifinals over the last decade.
How many years ago was that?
How many years ago was that?
Yeah.
Barca's also made a lot of semifinals. When was the last time they made semis?
Last time they made semis, 2018-19.
Okay, that's a long time ago now.
Okay.
So then what's the difference? Why can't they make it quarters?
Because you're comparing Atletico Madrid to the football club Barcelona.
Yeah, exactly. So you have higher expectations.
We've won a Champions League in their time of dominance. They haven't.
Okay, no, but I'm saying you have higher expectations. Atletico never has as high expectations as Barca.
That doesn't mean you can't fail.
Yeah, but to say that they'll never.
The Oblak didn't guess one side right in the 2016 shootout. Not a save, not guessing a side right.
Okay, we got
That's a problem.
Oh.
He's been falling off since 2016.
Maybe he just never was good.
Nah, after that, bro. Oh god.
No,
He was still
I'm
world-class,
I'm
man.
just teasing. He's obviously world
probably
class.
been good till like 2021 maybe.
But he's never been able to save a penalty until somehow in the last round against Inter, he's been able to do it. But before that, his record was like 5%.
Just bending over for Madrid, bro. That's it.
Makes
For
me
Real.
sick. Similar to Courtois.
ABC Shields, what's up? Anything FC, pleasant evening. Oh, I can't talk right now.
Pleasant evening, mate.
Because not, yeah, this was not Getafe. Simeone and his dinosaur ball tactics exposed. Time for them to move on. He cannot adapt to real-time situations. Agree to disagree, I guess. JP in the building says Will Chan. JP says, just gonna say Sancho left United and is in the UCL semifinals. Uncomfortable conversations.
Crazy.
I mean, realistically, he was probably one of United's best players, and he's showing it at Dortmund.
Was he?
He like talent wise.
When he was at United.
Yes, talent wise.
No, what was he doing on the pitch?
No, talent wise.
couldn't be on the pitch.
On the pitch. It's different tactics, different situations. Like he's the best player. If you were to put every single player on Dortmund, Sancho would probably still be the shining star on that team. Would you say so?
What?
Sancho?
What was your comment?
All I said was Sancho was the most talented player on that United team. Just didn't fit the system.
Just didn't fit Ten Hag.
Maybe Manu. Manu has a shot.
Maybe Manu. Garnacho's pretty good too.
No, Sancho's better than Garnacho, I think.
Look, I gotta address the elephant in the room here. Am I the only one that wants a Bayern Dortmund final?
I wouldn't mind
Am
that.
I the
bro,
only
I want
one?
that too.
Absolutely
Am
not,
I the
dude.
only one that wants them to save football?
That's terrible.
Ooh,
Final.
I'm
Dortmund?
ready for it, dude.
Save football?
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
what?
No money.
No money, baby. You guys had the opportunity to make it an absolutely elite Final Four. You guys let us down.
Tough, bro.
You let the oil club through.
Araujo let us
That's
through.
Crazy, man.
Tough.
No,
It's crazy.
you guys did.
You guys let it
three?
down, man.
Yeah, I was on the pitch.
Okay,
All three, y'all
okay.
let us
Since you're
down.
bringing it up, why don't we talk about Barca then?
Yeah, let's talk about
Why
it.
don't we talk about it?
Barcelona let down football. That's all I'm going to say. They let down football. They came in at home with the lead, with the opportunity, kick all the oil clubs out. Let's have a nice, organic Final Four. 2 top teams in Germany, 2 top teams in Spain. Let's do it. And you guys said, nah. Why?
It's just another humiliation, bro. We saw it happen against Roma. We saw it happen against PSG, against Bayern. Like, at this point in Europe, man, like, Barca are different, man. Like, they're not the same in the league as they are in Europe anymore. And it's definitely mentality. Like, it all happened, like, with those humiliations, like, years back, as I was stating. Roma, Liverpool, PSG, Bayern. The same few players are still around that squad. It's the same players are still there, right? And obviously, they're putting that mentality onto the players. As we saw with Araujo's comments to Gundogan, a treble winning captain, basically said, like, oh, like, obviously the mistake was because of Araujo. You shouldn't have done that. You should have just let him play on, have 11 men. If they score, whatever. You're still playing with 11 men. But Araujo was saying, oh, these are my values. This is how I play, blah, 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 blah. That's me, which shows poor mentality, right?
I gotta say something. Ronald Araujo is the worst defender on the planet right now because it's that kind of error that gets you kicked out of U12s, let alone top level.
Yeah.
And why is he beefing Gundogan? Gundogan is a treble winner, established player, great leader, and he's giving him the truth. Ronald Araujo, he's acting like a child. He doesn't want to hear the truth. It's a schoolboy error. And what do you mean? What is he trying to say? His values? What does that mean? What, his values of conceding fouls? That's not my kind of values. My value is to win football games.
I guess he's basically saying, let me play my game, blah, 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 right?
basically-
Your
Let me
game is
do my own
conceding.
thing.
Your game is conceding fouls.
Dude, he's not at that level where you can say something like that. What's his game? He can't play the ball.
And he's always done this, like, sometimes, bro. Like, and now the whole
He's goofy.
he's been goofy. Like, he always has those goofy accidents. That whole thing started because of him. He made a bad pass to Koundé, and he had to kind of get back at it. So I think what in his eyes, I gotta recover this quickly. Let me fucking take him out. Instead of if it wasn't his fault that he made a bad pass, maybe he would have been a little bit more like calm. But I think because he made that bad pass, it was like, fuck, shit, I gotta, like, he can't score here, and he just went in hard.
The thing is, that's also dependent on his teammates too. Like, his teammates should know that he's not the best passer in the team, so they should come deeper to collect from him instead of waiting out forward, waiting for that long ball, right? It's also on the other players on the team. Obviously, he's mainly responsible, but it comes down to the team too, right?
I guess. But if anything, go hit it out to fucking Lewandowski. Lewandowski was winning everything.
Yeah, he's
The first leg and the second leg,
He
he
was
was
good.
winning every single ball in the air. Every time Ter Stegen was crossing it into him, he won it. There was no one getting that ball besides him. That was all Araujo's fault. We lost because of Araujo.
he's done
Red
this
card. It
before
was
against Real Madrid.
he has done this before. It's
Against
just
Vini.
it's
He had a
unacceptable.
red card against Madrid, and Vini ended up scoring a hat trick.
Bro, the crazy thing is, remember when Benzema was like beefing with Vini?
Yeah.
Remember when he was talking with Mendy saying like, oh, on my mom's life, he's playing against us. Vini didn't create any drama out of it. Put his head down, respected his seniority, kept playing his game. But Araujo, for whatever reason, a little too big ego, decides to make it about him,
I
right?
could literally tell you why this is happening.
He's a brat.
He's a Barca brat. This is, you go to Barca, you become a brat. You become a fan of Barca, you become a brat.
Whatever that means.
What have I been saying
Whatever
since
that
we
means.
started this podcast?
Ship him out.
Ship him out. You have a better center back in the young lad. What's his name again?
Kubarsi?
Kubarsi.
Yeah, like,
he will be better in a couple.
You don't know his
years.
name for sure. Yeah.
Huh?
You don't know his name for
No,
sure.
I didn't. I actually said I've said I rate him since the first time I seen him. He's a talented man.
But I don't even think Araujo's mistake was worse than Cancelo's. Cancelo's
No,
was
Cancelo's was
more
worse.
boneheaded.
Yeah.
But you're
Dembele
gonna
had the
remember
ball
Araujo more.
and he was leaving the 18-yard box already. Yet Cancelo decides to tackle him inside.
I would
What?
legit would have been okay if Araujo, if that incident with Araujo's red, he obviously made the bad ball pass. He didn't get a red and they scored. I would have been okay. Fuck, whatever. At least, but knowing what Cancelo did, bro, Araujo's was nothing compared to that.
right?
That was
But
stupidity.
you're gonna remember Araujo more than Cancelo.
Uh,
Yes, because that red card changed the whole game.
Exactly.
so did that Cancelo one. We were tied 2-2 still.
No, but you still had a red
Plus the
card.
Diaspora after.
And the thing is, like, Yamal was who created that first goal
Yeah,
for
and he took
Rafinha,
him
right?
off right
And
away.
you're gonna take off your main creating outlet.
Who would you have taken off?
The
then?
thing is, like, I understand Xavi's decision in that aspect because you have Lewandowski, who's your, leader in the attack, played well in the first leg. Kind of doesn't make sense to take him out. Then you have Rafinha, played amazing in the first leg too, scored you that goal. The thing is, then you have a 16-year-old, right? Like, it only makes sense in that regard to take him off. It was a tough decision on that part, right?
What
But it
would
seemed
you have
like
done?
It was the most logical.
What would you have done then? I think he did. I think that was the most correct play. Rafinha just had an amazing last game. Lewandowski, last game was also his best game.
Yeah.
The start of this game, Rafinha had a good game. Start of this
Yeah,
game,
but that was because of Yamal.
the start of this game, Lewandowski's been having a game. Obviously, Lamela was doing something in those first 30 minutes, but man, if I'm going to take a risk on two guys that did an amazing last game and a guy who did poorly last game, I'm going to take out the 16-year-old.
Yeah, despite him creating that goal, right? Like, it's a tough decision to make, but it had to be done.
And experience. Like, I'm
That too,
going to
right?
put experience on Lewandowski. I'm sorry. And he, Lewandowski was still going 110%. It was just two of them on top. He couldn't do everything.
This could also be, he could have been looking at it from like an injury aspect because now that Barca got a red card and they're up, it's going to turn into a more physical game, which it didn't really. But that's this kind of situation game where it's going to turn into a physical game because PSG's playing for something, Barcelona's trying to defend something with a man down. So it's going to take a little bit, maybe a toll. Maybe he's just playing it safe.
But I think
Obviously, Jamal should be the one on.
Let's just see what the
Yeah.
chat's saying for a little bit right now.
Yeah, 'cause
Barca
it's
bottled it,
going.
didn't get the job done, 100%. These guys dropped a 20-minute movie on Twitter after winning the first leg, small club movements.
Who did?
They've been doing that
Barca.
for every leg of the Champions
Oh.
League. Sancho's quality in Serie A, La Liga, and Bundesliga. Ronald was
And UCL.
tripping, lost his head. And UCL, JP. Ronald's not a young kid either. He's 25. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, right? Like, he's a grown-ass man making a bonehead decision like that, bro. Like,
He's just a bonus.
in a CL quarterfinal.
if a team offers you a good sum, you selling him?
It's tough, man, because I praised Araujo so much in the past. He's one of my favorite players for Barca, but man, it's tough because Barca are in a tough situation, and over 100 mil comes, and they might have to, man, because the situation right now is dire.
He'll turn on Umtiti, but not Araujo.
Yeah,
Crazy, yeah.
I just said I take it.
Umtiti did more for the club than Araujo.
Did he?
Probably.
No.
What has Araujo done for the club?
Yeah, that
What has
was
Umtiti
nice.
done?
I mean, Umtiti won leagues, no?
So's Araujo.
Player, man.
How long has Araujo been here?
Time,
3
bro.
years?
How
4
long
years?
was okay? I actually don't know this.
3
How
years?
long was Umtiti there for?
5+, I think.
What a player.
Yeah, I think 6.
I'm all players like Odegaard, Bernardo Silva, and Jorginho who aren't the best physically can play in the Prem. I don't see why Sancho can't.
Probably can. He definitely can. It's just not at United because United's super toxic. And as Will Chan says, Sancho's mentality prevents him from being a player in the Prem. He's a team that he doesn't get as like as bashed at as he was at United.
Yeah. That would piss me off on that 3v2 chance. Bro has to pass the ball there. Yep. 100% right.
Oh, yeah. The one where it was, who was on the right side? Was it Rafinha? It was 3v2 and he shoots it.
I think it was Ferran maybe.
Ferran. It was Ferran, bro. He should have scored that, man.
I don't know.
It's a good shot, though.
Not a red card from ETVH, yellow and penalty. Ref botched it.
No,
that's a red.
Really?
That's a red,
No, that's
dude.
got to be a red, man.
It's a red.
That's got to be
Last man.
Yeah, it's a red, man.
I don't know.
Shout out, Will. Let's go.
I don't know,
I know
man.
you were wanting to say something.
Look, when I travel to all corners of the world preaching the world of football, the number one thing I tell the youth is football is 90% mental.
Mm.
And all these kids dreaming of playing at the top level have to understand that Araujo lost his head. He lost focus.
Mm.
You need focus in Champions League football. The intensity is high. The atmosphere is blaring.
Mm.
You can't be making bonehead decisions like that. And then turning on your club leader, the most experienced player on the team,
Second most.
and then making it about yourself. It makes me sick. I almost want to throw up.
I'm gagging as we speak, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
yo.
Excuse me.
So what do you want to see to Araujo right now?
Me?
Grow
The
up?
thing about Araujo, he has all the physical tools. Like, he's such an athlete.
Pace and
He's
power,
tall,
man.
he's strong, he's pacey, he's everything you want in an athlete. But like I said, and it's something I tell all the kids, football is 90% mental, maybe 95.
Yeah.
Fix up. This is a big club. You're not playing for Sheffield Wednesday.
You're not playing for Juve.
But he wasn't the only bad player on the pitch.
He wasn't. But a decision like that changes the
The whole game.
discourse of
Yeah.
the game. A red card. And what, they were a goal up when that happened?
Yeah.
Let him through.
Two,
Bro,
technically,
we
no?
scored a goal.
It was 2.
You guys were 2 goals up.
Yeah,
Because
we
you guys
have 2
scored a
goals.
goal.
But
So
one
you're-
nothing.
I would have preferred him letting him go and leave it up to Ter Stegen.
Bro, like
It was
Barcola took a
Barcola.
heavy touch and Ter
Yeah,
Stegen was already
that's what I'm
advancing off the line.
saying.
Oh,
yeah.
Barcola took a heavy touch and like, bro, like fuck, man.
Let me talk about Ousmane Dembele for a second.
here goes.
Let me talk about him
Here
for a
goes.
He's
second.
a rat. He's a joke.
Don't-
I can't
don't-
stand that
don't
guy, bro. I
disrespect him.
can't
No,
stand
I
Dembele, bro.
legit, bro. The things I want to say, I can't say.
Why?
Damn.
Go ahead.
Okay, let me talk about Ousmane Dembele for a second. Obviously, the major pictures after the game is him walking off the pitch after getting substituted. He's smirking, he's smiling,
It's kind of cute.
he's egging on the jeers from the fans. It's a funny moment. And I gotta say, if I was Ousmane Dembele, I would do the same thing.
I knew he was.
I would have done the same thing.
Why? What did Barca do to him?
I would have done the same thing because, like I said, these clubs don't owe you anything. Sorry, let me rephrase that. You don't owe anything to these clubs. Nothing.
That's
you don't owe
crazy.
anything to these clubs.
Crazy.
I think if
Because
you were in
they-
his shoes,
they
it'd be
are-
different,
That's
bro.
crazy.
They are your employer. All they do is sign your paycheck. There's no emotions involved.
You must not love football then.
I
You
love
must not
football.
love
You
the
must
game.
not
I
love
love
football
the
at
game
all.
and
If you think football is just
don't love the
a
game.
job, you don't love football.
You don't love the game that
That's
it shows, bro.
crazy. So you would go play for Real Madrid then?
You already said you-
Obviously.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
Bro, what the heck? You would too.
You don't love football. I would never.
All right, bro.
Okay. Okay.
You got picked.
It's crazy, bro, because Dembele has been ghosting up until this point in the Champions League against Barca. He has like what 3 goals in the season so far, 2 of them against Barca. It's insane, man. Like he could do this and then not do anything for the rest of the year just to haunt Barca.
And
You know what I mean?
exactly. It's not like he had a bad game and then he was just smirking after. He had a man of the match performance. He got the award. And he started jeering. You know, like what's he gonna do? Start crying when the fans start jeering him? No, he's gonna big up, boss up, be like, yeah, I'm that dude. I just got man of the match against you guys. You guys don't want me. Y'all didn't love me like that. Like
We didn't want him. He was with us for
Exactly.
7 years.
exactly.
We didn't want him.
They didn't love him like that.
If we didn't love him, we would have been gone 2 years ago.
The fans didn't love him like that. You know that. Look at right here. You guys didn't love him like that.
Only him.
He had no respect.
What?
He had
He
no
just didn't
respect.
play.
What do you mean
What
he
did
didn't
he
play?
do that?
It's
that
his
was disrespect-
fault.
What did he do that?
What did
was
what did
disrespectful?
Barca do that was his
I
fault?
feel like he was never in the news, like for something bad. Maybe that
Dembele?
maybe he was just late to training sometimes.
That's not bad.
Maybe he was late to training sometimes.
Hey,
like that's a
you know
good
when
thing.
Players are late to training, man.
Okay.
That's not a good thing.
I've been late a couple of times to training.
What training, bro? What are you
Man,
training for,
how's
bro?
late training over here?
No, but I'm talking about like, like does he go like nightclubs? Or did he yell at someone in the other?
The man never
like, what did he do
played.
that was bad?
Never played.
He's injured. Like, what do you want from
Okay,
him?
whose fault is that? It's not the team's fault.
Okay, so what are you gonna get mad at him for being injured?
Yes. What's the
So
what's
then
the
what
best
did he-
quality? What's the best quality of a player?
Availability.
Okay,
Exactly.
So when you're gonna be mad about him not being available and then he leaves and
So
he's
you wouldn't be-
available and he scores against you and cheers because you didn't get guys didn't respect him when
But
he
they did
was there.
respected him, bro.
What do you
They
mean?
waited for him. Xavi co-signed him,
Years.
bro.
Barca. Xavi legit said,
Tyson, that's my
this
guy."
is your
Okay,
this
but-
is your team.
But he's not responding to the jeers of Xavi. He's responding to the jeers of the fans that didn't love him like that.
Yeah.
But still,
The last
no,
2
but-
years, Barca fans loved him.
He was supposed to leave until
That
Xavi convinced him
the
to
last year
stay.
he was amazing. I loved it.
He was supposed to be at PSG a year before
Okay, and he stayed. Why did he
because
stay?
of Xavi.
Okay,
It's
so
not
what does that
'cause
tell
he
you?
wanted to leave though already because the fans.
I
And
don't,
he's-
I don't think that's why.
That's definitely why. Why else would he want to leave?
Okay, look, as the ball knowledge expert
money,
on this
man.
couch,
Get a load of this guy.
what Ousmane Dembele did after that match, it's football. It's entertainment. It's part of the game. He's jeering. He's going back and forth with the fans. Look, if the fans are saying before the game, we're gonna treat Dembele worse than we did Figo.
But
when he
why?
came back.
Because of the first leg and how
So,
he celebrated.
Thus, if he's gonna put in a man of the match performance, he's gonna have his say.
Well, who started it?
What?
Who started it?
Bro, you sound like a 7th grade like
He's
schoolyard.
right though.
Am
Who
I
did
wrong?
start the
And,
beef?
and guess what happened? Barca received a fine for racist chants against Dembele, $250K fine.
Said who?
Go look it up.
I didn't see
I got the notification today.
What?
Don't worry
Yeah.
about
I think
it.
You and media?
Wouldn't be me.
You've been used?
I think one thing a lot of people didn't really put into motion was Xavi. What is Xavi doing getting sent off
That too.
as a
Fuck's
gaffer,
sakes,
bro?
man.
And this isn't the first time either.
He's got a
amount of
hot head
times He has
too.
been sent off this season.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
I swear he has more red cards as a gaffer than he did as a player.
Right? Like what? Like,
That's so stupid too.
like how does he lose his cool so
The
easily?
man kicked the freaking the camera
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
Padding, whatever it was.
And it went flying too. Like he didn't
Yeah.
just like.
that could have gone on the pitch.
That was
Right?
so stupid. Like obviously it's a red card, but like why are you doing that?
Like it makes no sense. It just shows complete like lack of mentality and just meltdown.
And then they wonder why their players are brats when the coach is the biggest brat.
It's-
That's such a
True,
bratty
bro.
thing. When your team sees that, you don't think they're gonna act like that?
But it's honestly
That shows
crazy
passion.
because like
No, that's not passion.
that's not
Yes, it
that's not
is.
who he was as a player, which is
No.
crazy because like you think of Xavi as a player, you think cool,
Calm on the ball, yeah.
composed, like mentality. But now you see him as a gaffer, and it's the complete opposite. And then you wonder, okay, is that maybe spilling onto the players, right? As him as the gaffer, is that energy that he has spilling onto the players, and maybe is what's causing some of these, mentality, lack of mentality in some of the players, these mistakes that are like Araujo in the game. Right?
Yeah.
Your gaffer, you want him to be calm. You want him to be composed. You want him to kind of have that sense of, you know what, lads, everything's going to be okay. Like, we have this type thing. You know?
You know who was calm and cool on and off the pitch? Donald Coleman. What a goat.
Yeah. Honestly, dude.
Come on, man.
Coleman, I never saw Coleman outburst like that. Did you?
Outburst in the press conference, maybe slandering his players. Yeah.
He didn't get a red, though.
I think that's worse, to be honest.
Look, gentlemen, enough nonsense. Let's get to the other side of the bracket.
Yeah.
Let's go with Bayern.
Arsenal versus
Arsenal.
Bayern Munich. Honestly, at this point, a historic Champions League matchup. It happens all the time, but the result is the same all the time.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich every time, nearly every time. And look, something I want to discuss because we're talking about mentality here.
Let us know.
We're talking about mentality of gaffers, of players. Why is Bukayo Saka limping
All
at the
time.
90th minute after every bad loss?
Because it's an excuse for him after the game.
Because of the amazing shift that he put in, all those kilometers covered, you're going to be a little sore, right?
Look, I think Bukayo Saka is extremely talented, great character, great footballer, a great hope for England, but you need mentality to take that next step. And seeing him limp, it's almost every time. It's consistent at this point. After poor games, draws, losses, bad games on his
He
part,
did in back-to-back games.
it's
Still,
not a good look, gentlemen. It's
Bayern.
not, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a good look. I think he has to fix up. I think Arteta maybe has to give him a little kick,
What?
I don't mean that physically. I mean like mentally. Like give him
yeah.
a little
kick his ass.
Like
give him
get-
some motivation.
Like, get it together,
Yeah,
like.
he's kind of looking like JP after a game, limping all the time.
Wow.
That's crazy.
See Kimika imitating him after the game?
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was wild, yeah.
I think I might start using that one now.
Because like no, it's a
After
sign of
games.
poor mentality. It's a sign of weakness, and I gotta be honest. I've tried that once in a game. Like I'm not playing well, and I start like being kind of injured. It's an easy way out.
Ref,
Yeah, it is.
ref sub.
It's such an easy way out.
True.
And the fact that I'm seeing this from Bukayo Saka at the highest level,
Achilles
JP
injury,
makes me
bro.
say,
JP
nah,
says-
excuses.
Saka's a-
Players hold injuries every game, all season long. It's part of the game. It's fatigue. It's knocks. Every player right now is holding some kind of minimal injury.
Especially at
Obviously-
this point.
Yeah, obviously there's maximal injuries that require them to be out for a long period of time. But no, if he's match fit starting every single game, why is he limping after every game?
Are you in his body?
Yeah.
You don't know how he feels.
Well, JP says TBH. Apparently, Saka has been carrying an Achilles injury all season.
You're behind it.
Bro,
That's
that's impossible.
That's
what you just said.
That's impossible.
I limp after I drop an all-timer performance.
Yeah, it's facts.
Jeez.
Bro, I'm sorry. You're not playing with an Achilles injury. That's
No,
crazy.
I know, because then if that thing snaps,
That snaps, you're done.
Yeah.
I wouldn't risk that if I was a player.
For the love of the game, bro.
Nah, I'm sorry. No.
Man said respect me.
No, okay, limping after a sick performance like Messi did in 2010 after the Madrid 5-0.
Like I
Yeah,
said,
but
like
he
that.
also looked at the.
Fair.
He also looked up and.
Because that's almost like a boss moment, right?
Yeah.
But nah, like 90th minute every time. It's like clockwork.
Yeah, no, he's got to stop
Bro,
that.
just putting in a shift, bro.
But
You
how
gotta
was
stop
how was
that.
that game though? How was it?
The
Your
Bayern
eyes.
game? You got to tell us you're the Bayern fan.
No lie.
I'm not a Bayern fan, bro.
Oh, my bad.
It's representing Bayern now, bro.
No,
FCB.
The game was pretty even, back and forth. We had Balraj here. He was watching. He was lucky the game ended early because he had to go pick up his kid.
Shout out Barrage. He's one of the top gunners in Canada.
He might be the top gunner in Canada. But no, it was a good game. Arsenal, The only thing is, like, when they got to the final third, they kind of got lost. Like, they didn't know what to do. That's where I guess the experience comes in.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Tim Barone? What's going on? Nice Liverpool jersey, Jay.
Thank you.
Tim
He
says.
said Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool.
I'm not,
The Bayern jersey.
No.
I'm not a red, so
Scared to support his real team.
I'm not a red, so I'm not taking any personal.
Pure Bet's also in here. What's up, cutie?
What's up,
And thanks for the respect on the setup, Tim Barone. Good looks.
Barone?
Oh, I didn't
Continue?
see that. Yeah. Cheers. No, but yeah, it just showed. What was I saying now?
Lack of
Shit.
experience.
Oh,
Lack of
lack of experience. It just showed the experience that Bayern had just to get that goal. They kind of like sat back, weren't really scared of any Arsenal attack. I didn't see them like blunder anything.
Nothing to be scared of, dude.
And they had Dyer at the back. Like, they're doing this with Dyer and De Ligt, who are not that good.
I got a hot take.
It's just crazy.
Gabriel Jesus would be a Ballon d'Or level candidate if he could finish.
He's a
Same about a lot of players.
No, but like he's so
Yeah.
he's so talented on the ball. He's a excellent second striker. He's playing out of position
You're
in some
lazy because
sorts.
he's Brazilian.
But if he was able to like just even up his finishing ability a little bit, oh, he would be so sought after.
I feel
But-
like people were saying that about Avini before he started scoring goals.
Yeah.
Is he winning Ballon d'Ors?
no, I said Ballon d'Or candidate.
But like Jesus isn't like as good of a dribbler as his Vinny.
I don't see Vinny as a talented dribbler.
He is. Vinny's definitely a talented dribbler.
I think Gabi Jesus is a better dribbler than Vinny
Oh.
Jr.
I think Vini has like more dribbles completed than Jesus.
Don't care. Like I said, I watch soccer. I don't look at the stat sheet. I don't read soccer.
I don't think
No, if you
you're
watch
watching.
soccer,
I don't think
you
you're
would say
watching.
Vinny,
I
man.
don't think
Yeah.
you're watching anything.
I'm not reading soccer, guys.
I don't think you're watching it either.
Actually, I do read.
This
a lot
guy's
of
got
soccer.
Braille with him.
I do read a lot of soccer.
Yeah, Jason Wikipedia over here, bro.
JP says Arsenal don't. Oh wait, hold on. Arsenal is choke city forever.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're choke artists over there. JP says Arsenal don't have the mentality for this. They played like ass after they conceded. Yes.
Well, they don't have the experience. They don't have the experience
They
to
don't.
to when they're 1-0 down in a Champions League quarterfinals game. What are we gonna do? And Arteta doesn't have that experience either.
Yeah, they're all.
If
it's a pretty
Bayern
young
went
team.
down 1-0, I would still put Bayern to win. Like you could still do that.
We could say we don't have experience. What does James say all the time? This is the most expensive team in the world. We can't really say that as an excuse anymore. Tim says Arsenal should just make a collab with Coca-Cola and produce bottles. Facts. I'll take one.
Good banter.
Name one good Brazilian. 9 don't exist anymore.
I can name so many.
Okay,
Name.
No, right now he's talking about.
Yeah,
right now.
Endrick.
Yeah, but
Rodrigo
we
Muniz.
don't know yet.
One player of the month, what, last month?
We don't know yet. We got to see him at Madrid.
Endrick's better than Vlahovic.
We'll see when he goes to Madrid. I'm not saying he's
Yeah,
not.
just for straight to
Okay,
you.
let me continue. Arsenal desperately need a striker. That's a decent
That's what
take.
Arteta
Thank
was
you,
kinda
Tim.
saying too. Like they don't have a 30 to 40 goal a
No,
season.
they
Yeah, because
don't.
Gabi Jesus isn't a 9. He's a second striker.
He's a winger, no?
So
No.
then they got to get rid of him because he doesn't fit the system.
But he's a brilliant footballer. As JP mentioned, Gabriel Jesus is a pure footballer. He is.
Yeah.
He's one of those footballers that like he's not a striker. He's not a 9. He's more of like a second striker, almost an advanced 10. So it's tough to really shoo him into a team.
Where's he
It's
played
difficult.
that for?
What?
Where's he played that?
Palmeiras.
No, he hasn't. He was winger.
No, not on my watch.
He was.
Not on my watch.
Look at Tim Barone, bro. He says it right there. But when Jesus played at Palmeiras, he was a natural winger. Always was a winger.
I wouldn't say he's a natural winger though.
But Vinny
He's
is
saying
better
he
overall, he
was, though.
says.
Yeah, he
Maybe
played
not.
winger, but I wouldn't say that's his best role. But anyways, Vinny is better overall. Yeah, I don't disagree. Yeah, I don't disagree at all.
Man City made him play the number 9. So that, yeah, they played number 9, but then he ended up like taking the right wing position towards the end of his City tenure.
Yeah, because he's great at.
All those players, all those forwards at Man City were playing everywhere. In
Yeah,
that
no, they
front
just
three.
that City just learned to play a different
Yeah,
position.
because he's great at getting the ball on the wing, coming into space, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
creating at that
exactly.
point. But like I said, the thing with Arsenal Bayern Munich, it's almost like a LeBronto situation.
Toronto.
No, LeBronto.
Oh, LeBronto.
Why?
Arsenal can't figure out Bayern Munich, like how the Raptors couldn't figure out Cleveland. They can't.
Yeah, but
They're an enigma to them.
I get what you're saying. I see
You
it.
could say the same about Barca.
And who?
Can't figure out Bayern.
I was gonna say that. You
Well,
can say
there's,
that
there's
with
a
Barca.
lot. There's a lot of things
What?
you can say that
PSG.
about.
8-2?
We beat them in 2015 to make the Champions League final.
8-2.
Arsenal never beat Bayern.
I think 8-2 is worse than never beating Bayern.
No.
What we beat them
you beat
en
them-
route to a
yeah.
final to win. We won the Champions League that year. It was when Messi scored his pump fake, Boateng broken ankles goal. Like that's an iconic moment.
Insert
maybe.
clip here.
Maybe.
You're about saying he's a natural flop. Arsenal needs a man like Gyökeres. I can't say his name.
Is that the guy on Sporting?
Yeah, he's on
Yeah,
Sporting,
yeah.
the Swedish guy.
Baller.
Tony or Watkins? Is Tony still like this top baller? Like, what's he been doing?
What about
for-
the
Caught better, bro.
the Ukrainian
For
on
Brentford.
Girona?
Who?
Dob-
Wait, what?
Dobvik.
Dobvik.
Yeah, he's really good too.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna look for like they want like someone who's already
Yeah,
scoring
yeah, that's true.
top goals.
Okay, my final verdict.
Season wild.
James lost his eyesight witnessing
Yeah.
this Bundesliga season.
I couldn't believe it, bro. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, so I had to double check, get the prescription checked, you know.
Still can't believe it.
But we're back. All I know is we're in the semis. That I can see.
Jeez, bro.
I can say about Bayern Munich though, I want them to beat Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And I do think
We need them to beat Real
They
Madrid.
will.
Inshallah will happen, bro.
Who's
Bro,
we?
we need
Inshallah.
Bayern to beat Madrid.
Who's we?
You know what? You know what Spatty's take was?
What?
He says I'd rather see Madrid win another one than see any other team win one.
No.
What?
I said I'd rather see Bayern, Madrid win another one than City win one.
Because he
Why?
said because he says he doesn't want them to win two in a row, or he said, and I'm like, why? Because they would tie Juve's Champions League, yeah. Bro, you rather have Madrid win more Champions Leagues
Yes, I would rather
than have a
Madrid win
new
another
team
one.
win.
That's fair on his point,
Yeah.
just because
No.
he doesn't want them to tie
Yeah.
Juve.
That's a dumb. I
That's
don't
not dumb.
understand that.
But
That's
for
not
any
dumb
other
at all.
fan, nah.
That makes no sense to me.
That's not dumb at
I
all.
understand it for Brazil's point because they have the most World Cups.
Okay, wait. Dan,
I understand
as
that.
a guy who has 3 Champions League, would you want Man City to have 2? Exactly. Would you have Madrid have whatever it is, 16, 15?
100.
No.
However many they have.
That's crazy.
There you
Of course he is.
Dan's
What-
on loan
Would you? Who would you rather win?
between City and Madrid. I mean, me personally, I don't care. Like realistically, both of them are sister clubs for Dortmund, because we sell all our players there. But I mean, all right, City just won one last year, and for me personally, I'd rather see Bellingham win Champions League.
There you go.
But that's why. 'cause
3 Barca Brats.
you
so
guys
actually, they didn't say anything.
have things in it. You don't want you just don't want Juve to tie Juve.
He has something in it. Man United, who is Manchester's
Exactly.
rival.
He has something in it. Exactly.
I have something in it too.
Exactly. So does he. That's just a normal neutral.
And so do
person.
you.
Yeah, and so do I.
Yeah,
I guess
everyone does. Everyone just has.
But I
their-
think in
that's called an opinion.
Yeah.
opinion, like it makes more sense. I'd rather not have one team win all the Champions Leagues.
What do you mean win all?
Like win another one when they already have the most.
I only put it between them two, City and Real. I would rather PSG win or Bayern
Yeah.
win.
But for me
I'd
personally,
rather
like,
have City any other team win than Madrid.
I don't mind Madrid because they still play pure football. They still play good
Yeah, and
football.
Carlo-
They're not out there with 6 center
Bro,
backs.
they did nothing against City. They brought it to freaking
You don't have to
penalties.
sometimes.
They won.
Nah.
Yeah.
They won.
Nah.
They
How
won.
football
They
works,
won. They
so.
won the match.
Yeah.
Quick roundup of comments here. Will Chan saying, Real Madrid is absolutely going to steamroll Bayern Munich.
I don't know.
I do think
man.
Bayern Munich is the best matchup for them. They have matched up well in the past. Madrid might have the edge.
And Tuchel's a bit of a demon, man.
yeah.
Tuchel loves Europe, bro. He
He
the
loves
CL.
Europe, man.
So you're saying I want to see PSG win it? It would be pretty cool.
Why,
Like their
bro?
first Champions League. Be a cool story, I guess.
With
they finally
Messi and Neymar not there.
They
Not this year, pal.
they finally reached the mountaintop. It'd be pretty cool. JP, I agree with Chris.
He
As a-
always does. He always does.
As a United fan, I couldn't stand watching City win the CL again. It'd be tough for the Reds for sure. Especially because they could have done back-to-back trebles.
True.
For real, it's tough. PSG winning is the best story.
Yeah,
Decent,
No,
yeah.
I'd rather have Dortmund win.
It's a
That's
good.
the best story.
PSG's a pretty
Messi,
good story.
Neymar cut, and then Mbappe gets it
Yeah.
before
It's good for Mbappe's
heading into the
storyline.
sunset.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
This
His
be a
last
crazy
season at
arc.
Palmeiras, he played wing because the strikers were Barrios and Marquez. Cool. Thanks for the lesson, Tim.
He's mad.
My dad's a huge Palmeiras fan. I got his and Endrick jerseys for Palmeiras. Sounds like you
Hey.
need an Esteval jersey
Proper,
next.
bro.
Awesome. But
So
I got Bayern Munich because I want them to save football.
I got Madrid in that one. Even though we still got to talk about Madrid City.
So talk about it.
So let's talk about it.
Talk about it, dude.
Manchester City was the better team for 90 minutes easily. But you know what Madrid do? They just get that one chance and they're going to score it. They had that one chance, counterattack with Jude,
Now,
Vini,
what do we call that, Matt?
and Rodrigo.
Huh?
What do we call that?
What?
Black magic,
Black
bro.
magic,
Yeah.
bro. It's crazy,
Crazy.
man. Crazy.
Will never go away.
Madrid played this little low block. City were stunned, bro. They didn't know what to do.
They had chances, man. It's not like they didn't. Lunin came to the rescue. Rudiger played like an absolute animal.
Yeah, Lunin, Rudiger, and dude, like let's be real. Madrid are missing players too, and they still managed to get it done. And you know why?
Fair players.
Mentality. None of their players decided, I'm gonna go knock this guy down. I'm gonna go get a red card when we have a 2-goal lead. They had mentality. They knew what they had to do, and they did it. I'm sure there were plenty of times where a player could have made a rash challenge and cost them, going a man down. But they locked in. They knew what they had to do. They knew their game plan. And, dude, they damn well held a 1-0 lead for, 76 minutes of the game against the City side that was just berating them constantly. They did the job. They knew what they had to do. And you know what? That's a team with mentality. And the biggest example of that? Lucas Bloody Vasquez. What a player. My guy came on the pitch.
I thought you were going to say Luka Modric, bro.
No. Lucas Vasquez did his thing, man. He came on the pitch. He did his thing when he came on. He gave the speech before the penalty shootout. And then my guy picks up the ball to go shoot a penalty. Keep-ups. He's doing, while he's waiting for the keeper to switch, he's doing keep-ups. Champions League quarterfinal.
Bro, I knew it was over when he was doing that.
When he was
bro.
doing the keep-ups, I knew it was a wrap. I closed my stream.
When it was penalties, it was a wrap.
I was on the go train. I closed my stream. I was like, it's done. It's a wrap. As soon as I saw him doing the keep-ups, I knew that the mentality could not be matched.
Man.
What are you doing in that situation? So you have Kovacic going up there, and he's stunned. He can't believe what's going on. And then Vasquez is going up there like he's just for fun. Keep-ups before taking a penalty was insane. But that's the Madrid mentality. And that's what not a lot of teams have.
Yeah.
Ruger, on the Kovacic penalty, Ruger told Lunin where to go as ex-Chelsea
Oh,
players.
dude, Lunin had everything, man. Lunin had
Kepa
Kepa, he had
too.
Rudiger, he had the keeper, like the keeper coach. He had all kinds of data, man.
Crazy, bro. The third keeper stepping up like that in a big game and proving himself worthy.
Quality, man.
I just wish my keeper could have done that, bro. Stepped
Is
up in
he-
Europe.
Is he considered the third keeper, though?
It's not his. You can't blame on Ter Stegen, man.
What? Europe?
Yeah.
I'm talking about Europe in general, not just today.
Oh, okay.
So what
Anyway.
other Europe things? Like the league?
No, just past Champions League.
Oh,
games.
past. I thought you were talking about this year.
Oh,
I
anyway.
was going to say, I thought Ter was good.
I gotta get something off my chest.
Oh no.
Jude Bellingham's PR is at an all-time high.
It's insane, bro.
Because
it's insane.
I think his PR is touching prime PR7 levels because him against Manchester City did nothing.
This guy was running around.
Brother did nothing.
He was running with his head cut off the whole time, bro. He was
I
gassed.
was doing the beep test out there, bro.
That's cap.
My brother Jude was doing suicides out there
Nah.
because here's the discourse.
cap.
Because obviously beginning of the season into the mid of the season, scoring so many goals, getting so many GA,
Yeah.
and now he gets to this point, and a performance like that is enough.
Enough for
What's
what?
wrong with
Bro,
that?
and then the post-game press conference, bro. Like, this guy's got chat GPT built in him, bro.
Oh my god.
And
The
the way
PR.
the reporters were glazing,
These
like,
guys are
oh,
such idiots.
so mature. How old are you, mate?
What do you expect him to do against the fucking Manchester City side? I'll quiet this whole fucking podcast, but you guys are literally like ridiculous.
Go,
Say what?
Speak, bro.
What would any of your players have done against that Manchester City side?
My players?
Yeah, they would have done the same thing. Araujo would
saying
have got
about
another red
Barca.
card. Cancelo would have done the exact same
What
fouls.
does that have to do with
No, that-
Real
yeah,
Madrid?
But like, what are you trying to say about Jude? Like doing nothing? Obviously, he's gonna be tired. Dude, the guy was gassed all game. Did you see him at the end of the match?
Okay,
Yeah,
everyone
he was
in the
running
match
around.
ran. He was the
And
only
yeah,
one.
but
But
what
what
do
do
you
you
expect
expect him
him
to
to
do?
do?
Not run? You have to cover ground
Everyone was
against
running.
City.
They had,
Okay.
They had what, 30% possession? What do you expect them to do with 30% possession? Like, what do you expect Bellingham himself to do with 30% possession?
What do you do in the first leg?
He was good. I said this before. He was good in the first leg. If you had to
Good.
actually watch the game.
Good is a stretching.
No,
it a little bit.
because now you guys are saying he's not good because he's not scoring, he's not assisting.
I'm not saying
That's
that.
not what makes a good player.
I'm not saying that.
That means you didn't watch the game then. Because if you watch the game, he had a good game. Not this game because he couldn't do anything.
I wasn't hearing good though. I was hearing great.
First game?
No, this game, great.
He
game.
was good.
What?
Hold
okay,
up.
great game for what he had to do.
Dude, he
What
was
do you have to
playing as
do?
a hold-up player. He had to relieve pressure. Dude, when they scored early, the game plan changed. At the end of the day, like your role in a game is going to change based on what's happening in the game.
Correct.
If you're 0-0, you bet your bottom dollar that Madrid are going to be attacking. Jude's going to have more touches, going to have more shots. Damn, he probably scores a goal. But as soon as they go 1-0 up, their game plan now is to defend the lead. We have the lead.
What do you have to
against
do?
City.
Like start
You're
fucking
gonna
doing
defend.
rainbows, like
Yeah.
crossing the ball to wingers,
at the end of
score
the-
goals from
yeah.
half field. Like
At the end of the day, he did his job. He played a part in the goal
Yeah.
with a beautiful
assist.
pass. The rest of the game, he played as a hold-up player. He relieved his team anytime he had to.
He was the first one to track back of the three.
so
scored a
can
penalty-
Bellingham not have a bad game? Is that what I'm hearing?
that's not a bad game.
He
though.
didn't have a bad
That wasn't
game.
a great game. It was not.
He
It's
didn't have-
the standard.
But
He didn't have a bad game.
You guys are making it
PR
seem like
talking
like
about
you
it,
can't
it's
you can't have a
like
bad game.
No one said anything about Bellingham until
Yes,
you guys
you
said
guys
it.
are saying. You guys are saying.
guys
oh,
brought up Jude.
You guys are saying, oh, what is he gonna do? What's he gonna
Yeah.
do against Man City? Okay, yeah, I understand. No other one could do it as well, but didn't he have a good? Doesn't mean he still had a good game.
He did have a good game.
He did have a good game.
He did have a good game.
No, he didn't.
So in your eyes, then the whole Real Madrid side had a bad game.
Yes, Madrid didn't play well. They used
won.
Okay, penalties, bro. Anyone can win penalties, and they did not play well. You can't say they played well. What's wrong with you guys?
Who was man of the match?
What?
Who was man of the match? Based on what?
That's what I saw.
Well, he ran up and down.
Watch the game and tell me if you guys, whoever watched the game, tell me who was the best player in the game.
Well, you're saying, what do
If
you
you
want
watch the
Bellingham
game-
to? What do you want Bellingham to
if you
do?
watch
He's
the-
facing Man
if you
City.
watch the game,
Okay,
who was
so
the best
what?
Best player I saw was Rodrigo Goes.
Because he scored?
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause he scored. There you go, GA Merchant. He was not the best.
I don't
Goals
see
win
numbers,
games.
I don't see numbers, this guy.
Yeah, he was
I don't
not-
see
he was
numbers,
not
this
the best
guy.
player in the game.
I don't see numbers, this guy.
Rudiger was the best
I don't
player
see
in the
numbers,
game,
this
if you guys
guy.
watched it.
Rudiger's a good shout.
And Lunin.
Lunin.
Okay, but
Good shot, too.
the reason I bring up his peers at an all-time high, there's a clip going viral of that one touch he had.
Yeah.
Bro, it was a bad touch.
Okay, what do you want from
It was a touch that brought the ball back instead of in forward motion.
So because he did one bad touch at a bad
no,
game.
but that everyone was praising like, what a touch. He's like Zinedine Zidane. What a touch.
So what
it
do
was a bad touch.
But what do you want him to do? He's not doing that PR.
Someone is.
It's not him.
PR
It's
merchant.
people on Twitter. And at the end of the
Is Kri doing the PR when he was a PR
Dude,
merchant?
at the end of the day, the only reason why he's getting all the PR in this game is because he's English. And we all know
and how
that.
good he's been.
At the end of the day, who's doing the post-game interview with him? Rio Ferdinand. Who's he going to want to talk to in that game?
Yeah.
He's not talking to any of the City players. They just lost. If you're looking at the Madrid team, who is an English pundit on an English broadcast going to interview in that game? Their star player, Jude Bellingham. Obviously, they're going to gas him up. They're going to glaze him. They're going to make him seem like he was the best player in the game. Was he the best player in the game? Probably not.
Oh, he
But
wasn't.
he didn't have a bad game.
You're saying he
Right?
was.
He
Did
didn't
I
have
not
a
just
bad
say
game.
Rudiger was the best player in the
He
game?
never said
Yeah.
he was the best.
You don't
on the
listen,
field.
eh?
Yeah.
Nah, you guys are glazing.
At the end of the day, dude. At
You
the end
guys
of
are
the day,
glazing
it's
his
PR,
downfall.
Media, you know,
Delusional.
right? You know, at the end of the day, right? But he did his thing, did
He
his
did
job,
exactly what you're supposed to do.
went out in the shootout, scored his penalty, right? And at the end of the day, you can't fault him for doing anything wrong in that game. He didn't have a bad game. He had a good game. Played a great ball, tracked back, ran like a fucking monster, scored a penalty. Team won the game. Champions League semifinal. Good in my books.
That's good in my books.
Fair.
Did his
Oh,
job.
Fair.
Did his
Yeah,
job.
he didn't do anything wrong.
Did his job.
But my lead up to that part was saying the PR is at an all-time high.
The PR,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
His PR is
I
crazy.
agree with that.
His PR is crazy. But you
Well,
knew going to Madrid that was going to happen.
Next season, the PR battle between him and Endrick is gonna be crazy, bro.
Nah, I don't know. I think I don't think so.
And Mbappe.
Endrick during the
Mbappe
England
might
game,
not go.
after the England game, was talking about Sir Bobby Charlton, bro.
I know.
I
I
was
saw
gassing
that.
up
I saw
Charlton.
that.
Like, come on.
Actually?
man. Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
Here, there's a few comments that we missed here. Tim Barone, no owners to pocket cash will always be great. Pure best bro. Dan looks like he just played that game too. Man, stressed. Tim Barone. Bellingham is the best English player right now. That guy controls the game. I saw him do it as well for England against Brazil. Once he came off, England was trash. Tim Barone, Rodrigo, talent. Pure bets. That was an off touch still. I agree. I don't know why I was getting gassed like crazy. Again, pure bets. Wait till Palmer gets PR. He's getting serious PR.
he's
He's
starting.
got
He's
crazy.
gotta
PR.
start mewing, bro.
He's getting great
ain't
PR.
no PR yet, bro.
And JP, Carlo literally said they came to defend because that's how they were going to win. Jude was never going to control that game. He played his role in that game. He didn't play poorly.
Thank
Yeah,
you, JP.
man. You know ball sometimes,
Fair,
man.
fair.
You know ball sometimes.
But to go off of what he's saying, the best gaffer is Carlo Ancelotti.
Yeah.
Nobody in football compares to Carlo Ancelotti. The nerves of steel, the ability to
Eyebrow.
manage egos, big players, big games, big moments. No one does it better than him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
yeah, I agree.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
No.
something about Jude.
But
do you want us to argue? Like, no, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. I got nothing bad to say about Carlo, man.
I love Carlo,
he's
man.
good.
He's goat.
He's goated, man.
Like that was probably the two best managers in the UCL facing off right there.
Him and Pep, yeah.
Should we talk about Haaland? Is there a discussion to be had about
Disaster.
Haaland?
He subbed
See,
himself
if
out.
anyone had a bad game, this might have been the guy. He was goat.
Game.
He was
I
goat.
forgot even know he was playing.
I didn't know he got subbed off in the 90th.
Yeah.
either.
What happened with his link-up play?
Nothing. He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But like, Pep went into the game not. I think I saw a quote somewhere. He says, "I don't expect my number 9 to score as many goals in a UCL game, like in the UCL or whatever." He said something like that along those lines. But like, does that mean that Haaland should be completely ghost in these games? Like I can see he's trying to pull away a player. Like I think someone talked about it last week. Someone said
We
it.
did talk about it. I said, is
Someone
Lewandowski
said it.
better than?
No, someone
Would
said
you
about
rather
Haaland. like how in the system.
Mhm.
And no, I agree with it, but like to what extent though? Like he literally did absolutely nothing, like nothing. I don't think. I mean, he might have had like 5 touches. So I don't know. Haaland is like a ghost of himself from last year.
In
That's
the
right now.
in the Champions League,
In the
maybe
Champions
in the Premier League, he's still what top scorer? No, so
Tied
for
with
top
Palmer.
scorer.
His
Right.
his role isn't to pick up the ball and start dribbling like he's Gabriel Jesus.
Mhm.
You know, the players got to feed him, but the other forwards on the team are taking a larger role, like Phil Foden.
Yeah.
He's taking a GA role.
Yeah,
You
Scoring
didn't have a
goals.
GA role before. Now he has a GA role. So he's kind of picking up a little bit of the slack. But yeah, of course, in terms of numbers, it's taken a decrease. He's still, I believe, top scorer in the league, tied
Tied with
tied with
Yeah.
Palmer.
for top scorer. So I mean, on paper he's doing his thing. But yeah, I guess if you're watching the game, he's not doing a whole lot. Fair, but you know, they still might win the league. Still might get the job done.
I think at this point now they will. Like they don't have anything else. Well, to be fair, none of the Prem teams have anything to play for, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, realistically, now City are going to go hard for the league. Like they're going to go all in. The players, I think, are going to be upset, obviously, that they got knocked out of the Champions League, especially in the fashion penalties. Like you're always gutted about that. So they're going to go extra hard in the league. You know that now. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's tough. Like in a game like that, Haaland really isn't going to have much of an impact when Madrid are playing in that low block. There's not much space. There's not much really going on. It's really going to be more your midfielders, your wingers that are going to maybe have a pop at goal from distance.
Look, I gotta get something off my chest.
Another thing
I gotta get another thing off my
Well,
chest.
you brought a lot of things on your
Yeah,
chest.
man.
Today.
Yeah, right?
Because guys, I gotta say something. The Premier League is overrated. No teams in the semifinals of Champions League. Their last hope,
Or
football's greatest league, is Aston Villa in the Conference League. What do we think about this? It's despicable, no? Because look, we have Real Madrid representing Spain. We have Dortmund and Bayern Munich representing Germany. We have PSG
Leverkusen.
representing France. Why isn't Germany the best league in the world? Why isn't the Bundesliga the best?
Could be.
How does England have no representation in the semifinals? And pure best to add on, Premier League is entering a banter era as these big clubs slowly fall off. Let me pick up on that. Pep leaves, Klopp leaves. What happens to the Premier League?
Well, Klopp's
Nothing.
already on the
Or
downfall.
something.
Klopp's already on the downfall, even with him there. Arsenal looks like they just bottle everything, so who knows how good they're gonna get. Chelsea already on the downfall. Spurs on downfall. Like there's no besides City, there's no one going up. Jay's chest weighing heavy mad items to get off his chest. Get that man some books.
Already got some
Funny
on.
enough, I do love Vix.
He does. He does.
I mean,
Big Vic.
Jay's kind of like right. Like if you look at the last 4 teams in the Champions League, those are the top teams in each league, besides Dortmund, obviously. I mean, Bayern,
Watch yourself.
Bayern,
pal.
like the
Lock
the
yourself
number
back
1
there.
team in the league right
Bayern's
now.
not either.
Yeah, I know Bayern, but the teams that are there, they're basically are. If Leverkusen was there, I think Leverkusen would obviously be up there too. But look at those
He's
teams.
talking about the biggest clubs.
No, I know. I see what you're saying.
like
For
the last
most
four,
part,
the last 4
in
teams
the Champions League,
You're
all
always
4
gonna-
teams in
you're
the
always
Champions League are always
have
gonna
the
have
biggest
top
club.
teams.
Yeah.
No, there's always some times
Give me,
where
tell me one last time that I don't know, but tell me last time that a team that wasn't a top team won the top in the final 4.
there's always instances like that.
No, but tell me.
I don't have one in the back.
I think by the time you get to the top 4, you've whittled down to the biggest teams, the biggest clubs in each league, realistically
No, but
speaking.
he's not saying the biggest team. He's saying the biggest team in the league.
No, but now there's
Is
this
that
one.
what you're saying?
yeah,
Clearly
the
not
biggest
this
And
one.
there's only 2.
There's only 2 in
Two
this
or
4. He's saying that's also wrong.
Well, realistically,
No,
Bayern
Real
was
Madrid, Bayern,
Bayern
and
was
PSG.
last season. This
Bayern
is
is
this
Bayern's
season.
second.
No, the biggest club.
yeah, those are all the biggest
Like the
clubs. in
biggest
league.
name in the league.
Yeah, the biggest
Yeah.
club.
Yeah,
biggest
yeah.
club in the league.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but then that goes back to Dan's answer. Like
It's
it's
always
always
is.
like that.
It's
I would
always
say
gonna.
so.
Yeah.
There's been years where Atletico Madrid, Chelsea were semifinals.
They're big clubs.
They're not the biggest club in those leagues.
Biggest.
So
They're,
then,
they're up there though. Like
One-
they're,
No,
they're,
but
they're-
he's talking
okay,
about
so
the
then,
biggest.
So
Yeah.
then when Barca's there, it doesn't count as one
Well,
of the big clubs. in the league.
Technically, no, based off what he's saying.
yeah,
but Dortmund's in.
yeah, but dude, at the end of the day, like if you think about it, like this is football heritage. This is what you want to see. You want to see these top teams competing in the Final Four. Me personally, I would rather have a diverse Final Four where you're getting teams from each league rather than you're getting, 3 teams from the Bundesliga, 3 teams from La Liga, 3 teams from Serie A, 3 teams from Premier League, because then you're not getting what Champions League's about. I think, in my opinion, man, Champions League's about like different styles of play going at it. Dude, whenever you have those Premier League finals, put me to sleep. Dude, every single time they put me to sleep. But when you have those Champions League like finals, even last year, Inter versus City, that was a good final. And that was 2 teams that were more defensive, but it was still a good final, right? So I think it's always so much better when you have that mix. You know what I mean? Think about those Liverpool versus Madrid finals that we had. Those are some good finals as well, right? So I like to see this diversity. And, dude, I love to see these big teams. And one thing I love, dude, the away goal rule
Yeah,
being chalked,
Really?
I think has given you way better
I agree.
quality of football. Because, dude, at the end of the day, if the away goal rule was still in effect, Barca probably would have just sat back and won that game. Atletico 100% would have sat back and won that game. The way teams play is so much different because you can't just sit back and rest on the fact that, oh, I scored a goal away, so even if we tie, I'm going to win. You have to go out there and you have to win the game. And at the end of the day, that's what football's about. I would rather this a million times over than any of that away goal nonsense.
Yeah, even when they with that stupid 2-goal rule, when the away team scored in what's it called extra time, it still counts as 2 goals.
Yeah.
How does that make sense? But yeah, no, the change of that rule completely made it more exciting for sure. Way better. Way
Yeah.
better.
But yeah, back to what you were saying about no Premier League clubs being in the Final Four. This is the first time since 2014-15 that no English team's been in the semi of either the Champions League or Europa League.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't think this really means a bad thing for the Prem.
Since when?
2014-2015.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long time. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing for the Prem and what's to come in the Prem in the future because, as we know, the Prem's the most invested league in the world. We'll see within the next couple years, maybe even next year, that an English team makes the semi, I think.
Oh, no, 100%. Yeah, the English teams will be back for sure. Because at the end of the day, man, these English teams aren't bad. Like, the English teams that we were talking about aren't bad. But, like, at the end of the day, like, if it wasn't City, I didn't really think there was another English team that had what it takes to do it in Europe. Like, Arsenal, all well and good in the league, but they're a team that's built for the league. They're not a team that's built for Champions League. They're a team that's good for, squeaking out a draw against City, squeaking out a draw against the top teams, and then hammering the lower league teams. But when it comes to actually having to beat a big team, we saw they couldn't really do it. They struggled against Porto, right? And then obviously against Bayern, they had a good first leg. Don't get me wrong, but the second leg, they ran out of ideas, right?
They lost to Lens in the group.
Well, yeah, the group is different though. Like, but I don't know. I think at the end of the day, like knockout and European football is completely different than league football. And I think right now the only teams in the Premier League that can compete in Champions League would be a Liverpool because of Klopp, and then a City. I don't know if the other teams necessarily have it. Emery obviously doing bits with Villa as well. I don't know if that would carry over into Champions League next season. We'll see. Hopefully, man, I'd like to see Villa in there, but I don't know. I like to see the fresh teams in there, and that's why I'm excited about this new Champions League format in some ways as well, because you're gonna get to see some fresher teams, some more teams involved. I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I agree, man. The Premier League has to smarten up a little bit. I think they're spending too much money on the big name instead of actually looking for a player that fits the system and is going to make their team better. I feel like that's what happens to a lot of teams. Prime example, Chelsea, which kind of made them drop.
See what the guys in the chat are saying. Well, the Prem has the most money, not the best league. The refs/VAR is a remedial at best. Pathetic. Yeah, that's nothing but true. Monaco 16-17 is a good outlier for Final Four.
What a
Yeah,
team.
true.
Yeah, that was a great team.
1920 Leipzig too.
Yeah, they are
20?
2021.
Oh,
2019, 2020.
La Liga finals were solid. Good call. Never thought about it like that with taking the away goals. Yeah, that's true. Away goals was bullshit. Bring back golden goals in extra time though.
No.
I rate golden goals.
No, I hate golden goal.
Nah, bro. I don't know about that.
I love shootout.
Actually, it would be trash more exciting to see teams
Teams
still
go
go
at
at it. Arsenal choked starting in April. They will only win once City and Pool flop. But will they flop though?
But the curious thing about Champions League, it's such a star-driven competition.
Yeah.
I'm gonna paraphrase my guy Lias here. It's where the stars really show out, and it's very contrary to because the Premier League is built on stars. The teams are very star-filled, so it's curious to me how they're not like there's none in the Final Four.
I mean, I got a rebuttal for you there.
Yeah.
One thing I saw, I think it might have been Lias as well. He was mentioning how, a lot of times in the Premier League and in Champions League as well, it's the stars that are really taking you past teams. It's the stars that are saving you. And in the Premier League, even with Arsenal, I don't necessarily think they have a star, dude. Like,
Maybe Odegaard.
call me crazy. I don't think they have a star that's going out there and winning you games. They have a good team, maybe even a great team, but a lot of the result is coming down to Arteta going out there and coaching a good game, having them defensively sound, having them kind of suffocate the opposition team, and then it's goals by committee. They don't necessarily have a star that's going to go out there and take over the game when they need it. Where these other teams, you can see that they do, right? Like De Bruyne gave City a chance, right, in that game. Madrid, full of stars in that team that can do something when the team needs it. But no one was able to step up for Arsenal when you really think about it. Saka had a corner kick in the 95th minute. He couldn't even beat the first man. You know what I mean? Not for anything,
They
but
limped after it.
you need that delivery to go into the box to give your team a chance in that game.
We were talking
So-
about it with Belraj.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
I don't think Saka is this golden boy that everybody's talking about. He's a great player, but he's never going to be like that world class talent that Arsenal thinks he is. I think Odegaard is that player that could take him to the next level. I mean, he was trying his best, but like it just looked like the Arsenal team didn't want to score. Like, they just weren't trying once they got past a certain point. Besides Odegaard, who was actually doing his thing. But I don't know if you guys have anything else to say about CL, because there was some pretty damn good Europa League games if you guys want to talk about those.
You only want to talk about Europa League because there's Italian teams playing.
Oh, I talked about it last time too. I like the Europa League. I like talking about it. I don't like playing in it.
Can someone quote what Spaggy just said? He said, "I like Europa League."
Yeah, but you just hear what I said at the second part?
It's a different guy,
You
man.
didn't hear what I said at the second part. I like watching. I don't like playing
It's
it.
a different guy.
You do a little finals prediction?
For what?
UCL?
You see, oh yeah, true. Real Bayern. I think Real takes that. Dortmund, PSG. I think I got Paris just because Mbappe factor. He's gonna take them to a final.
Okay.
I got Bayern 2-0 versus Dortmund.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
eh?
final.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
down
my,
for a final.
okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, go to finals.
I just put my finalists. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead.
So who you go? No,
I'm gonna say PSG take it off.
PSG beat Madrid.
I said PSG from the start, so
That's
I gotta stick with
crazy.
them.
PSG, eh?
damn.
I said Bayern from the start, actually.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I said City from the start. What? I think it's going to be Madrid, bro. I think we're going to see a Kevin Durant situation.
Hmm?
Mbappe won't be able to deal
Oh,
with
yeah.
PSG.
Yeah,
He's going to leave and join forces with Vini.
yeah, yeah. Maybe, man.
I got Madrid winning everything.
Crazy.
I don't want it to happen, but it's gonna happen.
Crazy how you guys all switch up. You guys are talking all kinds of shit
who'd you say?
before.
I knew they were gonna win.
I'm with the Madrid fans.
Mm.
And
That was crazy.
4 Madrid fans on the
big
on the
Madrid
panel
fan, yeah.
today. It's crazy.
Huge Madrid fan.
Who's a four?
Keep it 1,000, bro.
Who's four?
Me.
Oh,
Me personally, man. I'll see you guys June 1st, Wembley. I'll be there, or I'll be square.
You'll be in attendance?
Yeah, I'll be in attendance, man. June 1st, be there, be square. Because my team will be there. I got Dortmund versus Madrid. Reverse storyline. Madrid beats Dortmund in the final. Jude Bellingham against his own team. Old team. It's a wrap.
Is he scoring?
Is he scoring?
Wait, did you say you're going to be in attendance?
I'll be in attendance, man.
Let him know.
If they make it to the final, I'll be there.
Okay, let him
You
know.
have to. You can't not, dude. Your
Let
team,
him
your
know.
team makes it to the final, dude. You're like, realistically, when's the next time your team's gonna make it to the final? All of us,
guess.
dude.
It's been a long time. for
None
me.
of us support teams that are going to the finals very often these days. So if your
If
team,
Juve goes to the finals, I'm coming with Chris.
yeah, if Juve goes to the final, we're all gonna be there because we don't know the next time they may even play in Europe. We don't even know if they'll be playing in Serie A very long. So I think at the end of the day, we all need to make the most of when our teams
We
are
gotta
playing.
make
these
this
big
pack because like
games.
that might not happen for a couple years, man.
That's what I'm saying, right?
I
So,
just
like,
have.
Next time it happens, we'll all be like 60 with kids,
Yeah.
grandchildren.
I just want. I got you guys all a gift. So if you guys just look under your seats.
Are you Oprah, bro?
What
Look
is
under your
this?
seats.
Oh my god!
I see it.
They're
right
tickets
here.
to the Dortmund game because they're going to the finals.
Yeah.
Look on your chair.
I'm not
It's
checking.
actually
I'm not
there.
checking.
Didn't you say PSG Madrid?
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
joking.
Hey, you're trolling.
No, I got PSG Madrid.
Yeah, you're obligated. You're obligated to go if your team makes it to the Champions League finals. I agree. I got Dortmund winning there. I'll be there. Hey, JP, let's carpool. You know what, JP? We actually have to have a conversation offline, dude. Marcel Sabitzer is better than Mason Mount. You don't think I forgot about that? In the car,
Yeah,
on
no.
the way back
That was crazy.
from Lost Craft Brewery, you told me Mason Mount is a better player than Marcel Sabitzer. Go check. Top assist in the Champions League right now. Winning
Jeez.
goal.
I would have told you then too. That's
Okay.
wrong.
Watch out, JP. We got to chat.
yeah,
Me
I don't
and
know
you,
about
brother.
Mason Mount. man.
Uncomfortable conversation.
Uncomfortable conversation, JP.
Okay.
Don't think I forgot.
Give us your biggest, hottest storyline from Europa League.
Oh,
The hottest storyline.
there's quite a few actually.
That Europa
What's the
League's done and
biggest?
Leverkusen won already.
Yeah.
pretty much.
So I'm just gonna. How about if I just go quick through all of them, and then you guys could tell me which one the hottest one is.
What do you think it is, though?
I don't know. To be honest,
That's for
they're
your
all pretty good. There's
Decent.
Marseille, Benfica. Benfica was up first leg. Marseille came back to win this game and then went to shootout. Marseille beat them in shootout.
Where's C's at?
Aubameyang, man.
C's, your Benfica. Then we had West Ham, Leverkusen. Looked like West Ham was going to give. Okay, well, I'm not going to say they were going to give them their first loss because y'all knew Leverkusen was going to score. They were all over them. But they were beating them 1-0 until Frimpong scored to tie up the game, which sent Leverkusen through 3-1. Then we have AC Milan, Roma. Roma ended up getting a red card in this and still beat Milan 2-1 to send them through 3-1 on aggregate. And I think this is the biggest one. Atalanta beat Liverpool 3-0 first leg. Only ended up losing this leg 1-0, which knocks probably one of the best teams out of the Europa League.
Yep.
Being Liverpool. Probably the second best team behind Leverkusen.
I think the craziest thing is Leverkusen this season have 17 goals after the 88th minute.
Yeah.
Which is insane, bro.
And this goal was, 89th? That's crazy. Frimpong, assist by Stanisic. But we have a couple of comments here. I got Dortmund winning there. Oh, yeah, my boy Sancho. Mount hasn't played all year, brother. Hottest story today is when I thought Emi Martinez was sent
Yeah.
off in the shootout. That is actually a good story. But apparently, who said it? You?
What?
That the yellow cards start over and once it hits shootout?
They don't carry over.
They don't carry over. That's what James says.
Yeah, but he didn't get a yellow card though.
Don't carry over.
I think it
He didn't
ended
get the yellow card.
didn't end up counting.
No, he didn't get it. He ref pulled it out but never gave it to him.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But the refs gotta get their shit together because this is getting ridiculous now.
Wait, why? What do you mean?
Because
What are you gonna do about it?
these guys just
Because
are
what?
all over the place. man.
Why?
Are all over the place.
I'm
but
not
then
getting
we have
In what way? I don't get it.
I don't know. It's like that. He literally did this to Emi Martinez, gained the yellow card, but apparently it
You rescinded it?
didn't count.
Dude, you know why, man?
Is that
He was
psych?
he was just playing around. It was a child's error, dude. It doesn't count. Like if it was an important game,
Oh, here we
you
go.
could you can't give it an important game. If it was 4-0, dude, you can give it. But
No,
dude,
no. There's
not in
there's
the
a
Champions League
difference.
quarterfinals in the shootout. You can't give it, dude. It's too important. It's a silly call.
You know what?
Child's mistake.
That's
It's a
fair.
child's mistake. He made a mistake.
I agree. Actually, you know what? I agree. But yeah, that might have been the biggest talking point. Maybe Pioli probably again should be sacked after this year. Apparently, Allegri's linked with them.
Why are you getting so excited over there, man?
We're getting
your
both
boy.
that, dude.
I don't know.
Dude, all this hype, and they might watch him finish like 5th next year. Dude. It'll actually be the craziest thing. We might need to clip this right here because that's going to be insane. If when they finish 5th next season,
Allegri wins the league with Milan.
yeah, like something crazy like that happens. No, but I don't know. To me personally, it's a shame that Roma and Leverkusen drew each other in the next round because
That's cool.
I think that would be the best final, realistically speaking, because now you're gonna have like a Marseille or Atalanta in the final.
Atalanta's not bad. They're not bad.
I don't know. Overall, like a little underwhelming.
Atalanta
Like
just smacked up Liverpool.
it started off hot the first kind of round, but the second kind of half was kind of mid. Like
because
everyone
the
knew it was-
winners kind of.
yeah, everyone knew it was gonna happen. But yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see what happens in the rest of Europa League, but
That's gonna be a good matchup though. Roma versus Leverkusen.
yeah, I'm sure it'll be
I
good.
got Roma winning Europa League.
Yeah, me too.
Nah, I don't think they're gonna beat Leverkusen, man. Leverkusen's good.
Roma, it's your time.
Yeah, man, Roma. They have, dude. If anything, dude, if there's any team that can do it that's left in Europa League, it's Roma, right? Like they have.
Daniele De Rossi's
They
Roma.
have that new manager bounce, right? They have someone who loves and is passionate about the club, and they have the players, dude. They have the talent. Someone like Dybala is a match winner. Someone like Lukaku can cause problems.
You can say the same thing about Leverkusen.
I know. I was
Yeah,
gonna.
no,
I was
this-
gonna get there. My issue is that Leverkusen are probably just gonna completely pummel them, right? It just depends, like how much do they care, and that's my thing. Like this game, it didn't look like they cared, and that was, I think, their problem. Then once they got serious and subbed in their real players, it was a wrap. So hopefully they go out there and they put in the effort that they know that they can deliver. But I agree, it should be a good game.
I think they're gonna care. There's no way they don't. They already won the league. Why wouldn't they care?
Yeah, they have to.
They had a hangover this game. It was
Yeah.
a 3-day hangover after you
But
went
now
down.
they
what?
have like a month or whatever it is.
It's like a week, bro.
No, it
Season's
doesn't
almost
start that early.
season's almost done, but
It doesn't start that early. They don't have a month. That was just over exciting, but
It's
it
like
was
2
definitely
weeks.
not a week.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it might be 2 weeks, maybe 3,
It's 2 weeks.
maybe 4,
It's literally 2
maybe
weeks.
6.
Yeah, because
But
Europa League finals before UCL finals.
Semifinals
Yeah.
is May 2nd.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks, brother.
Okay, yeah, 2 weeks fine.
6 weeks will be in the midst of the Euro Cup.
Yeah, 2 weeks is good. They'll be fine by then. All right, but that's it. I guess we have a couple more comments here. Talk to me in the next season, and what's Pioli going to do with all those turtlenecks? I guess he's gonna have to. They're not actual turtlenecks. They actually just go up to here.
He'll get another job, man.
What?
He'll be coaching like Napoli or something.
No,
Napoli.
I don't mind turtleneck gaffers.
yeah, Pep.
Turtleneck gaffers might be my favorite type of gaffer.
I think we gotta get the only person that's in Champions League end us off for this live.
All right, Chris,
So
you got it.
Dan, yeah, I was gonna say shit.
Well, Dave's in Champions League too because he's a Bayern fan.
True.
But no, everyone, thanks for another great night with all the lads in the chat. Some great banter, some great talks. Appreciate y'all. Stick around. Might have some exciting news for you guys coming soon. Not too sure what I'm talking about, but Champions League final, Wembley, June 1st. See you there. I'll be live streaming directly from the game. You guys got to join me
With
there.
speed.
I'll be there with my boy Speed. We'll be barking at everyone. Yeah,
Boy
thanks,
Schmied.
thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. We'll see you guys soon. And you know who we are.
The culture,
Or
man.
the UCL.
You're a legend, Will.
Brother.
Will,
the
send us a
culture.
DM.
See ya, Will.
Let's go, Will.
See ya, JP. See ya, Picanosia. See ya,
Pure Brats.
Bruce. Was it Bruce?
Pure brats.
Tim,
Shout out
Pure Brats.
Barone.
Tim
Mr.
Barone.
Barone.
You're in there still. Everyone, shout out.
Anything FC.
Buenas noches.
Later.
Buenos dias,
Good night.
muchachos.
Ciao.
Bye, gentlemen.
Sometimes